Igbo women ambassadors. Igbo women ambassadors. Igbo women ambassadors. Igbo women ambassadors ndoma ndejibeme nwanno. Anyị nwere doctors, anyị nwere lawyers, ndejibela ibe.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the IWA Women Ambassadors Round Table. The IWA Women Ambassadors Round Table is a distinguished platform dedicated to bringing women together in an atmosphere of unity, empowerment, and purposeful engagement. It serves as a forum for meaningful dialogue on critical issues affecting the community, with a focus on health and well-being, education, politics, and social lifestyle. Although shared experiences or through shared experiences, knowledge exchange, and collective advocacy, the platform seeks to promote awareness, inspire leadership, and encourage women to become active contributors to social progress and community development. By fostering collaboration and supporting positive initiatives, the Roundtable aims to strengthen communities and empower women to create lasting impact for future generations. Welcome to the Roundtable. With me this evening are Igbo Women Ambassador professionals. I have to introduce them, bring them on board one after the other to introduce themselves. The first is Dr. Stella. You're welcome on board Igbo Women Ambassadors, the Roundtable.
Good evening.
And I will also bring on board Barrister Juliet.
Good evening, wherever you are watching from. Good morning, good afternoon.
We also have Ambassador Rosemary. Ambassador Rosemary is also on board.
Good evening, everyone.
And thank God Dr. Ndidiamaka is also able to join us from River State. You're welcome on board, Dr. Ndidiamaka.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers. Everyone, this is the Roundtable. And today's Roundtable, we are first of all going to introduce ourselves, tell the audience and our viewers the impacts we have empowered on the women through our professional works. That's why I introduce you all as the Igbo Women Ambassadors professionals, because every single person here has something she is imparting to Igbo Women Ambassadors, or Igbo women as a whole, not just Igbo women, Nigeria and the global as a whole. So now I cannot introduce each and every one of you. I will just call you. You tell us exactly who you are, what you represent, and then what you bring on board to us. Dr. Ndidiamaka, Dr. Stella, please, can I start with you, please?
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching in the world. I am Dr. Stella Iwagu. I'm from Isialambano. I reside both in America and in Nigeria, but I'm reaching you today from the Cleveland, Ohio. I'm a nurse midwife, a public health professional. I have a PhD in health education, but I also call myself a public health farmer. So I wear different caps. One of the caps I wear is the founder and executive director of Center for the Right to Health, that was founded in 1999, and we've been in the fore of advocacy for access to equitable health care and respect of patient rights. And in the course of doing this work, I realized that we cannot accomplish the right to health without accomplishing the right to healthy food and healthy environment. So this motivated me to found Sustainable Demonstration Farm, an organic integrated farm that is into the production and processing of vegetables, fruits, herbs, and spices into powders, capsules, and teas for culinary and medicinal purposes. So I straddle the intersection of health, nutrition, agriculture, environment, and economic development, because these are all interconnected programs, and of course, gender equality. So when you look at women's issues and women as drivers of the economy, as drivers of nutrition, of drivers of agriculture, so I'm able to pull together the different forces driving women's health and development, and how it also contributes to Igbo women's health, Igbo women's development, Nigerian women's health, Nigerian family health, as well as global impact. So I'm really honored to be in your midst today and look forward to an ongoing, very collaborative conversation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's good to have you on board. Thank you so, so much. And next in line is Dr. Ndidiamaka. It's similar to what you're doing, but Dr. Ndidiamaka's one is slightly different. That's why, Dr. Ndidiamaka, PhD, can you officially introduce yourself, ma'am?
Actually, I'm just excited to have listened to Dr. Stella Barr and Dr. Ndidiamaka and Amb, by God's grace, the visionary of Women's Charity Outreach. It's an outreach that
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Please, if you're not speaking, can you mute yourself because it's distorted a bit? Please mute if you're not speaking. Sorry, ma'am. Doctor, please, can you go ahead?
so that's a ministry that caters for the welfare of indigent widows from the rural areas. And we don't need to talk so much about what widowhood is all about and what they go through. The Lord gave me that burden for that vision the year 2000. So last August, Women's Charity celebrated 25 years of operation registered. There we look at the Nigerian women in their rural localities. We have the childless widows. Things are difficult for couples. Then you see widows without husbands, and then some of them in the African background, the Nigerian background per se, that don't have a child. So they are like nobody. Nobody cares about how they go out, how they come in. So we move out to rural areas where we have challenged indigent widows. They are our fellow women, and then we see how we carry them along, empower them with skills. Those that can trade, a lot have really been done on that aspect, and much more is still expected because the challenges are very enormous. And then by the special grace of God too, I am a holistic health practitioner as a career woman. So much is also involved in our health industry. The World Health Organization, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, every medical establishment and organization have been so worried about the health of the nation. So many proposals have been given, health for all 2000, health for all 2020, health for all this, and we are not yet able to achieve the health we desire. So many health mortalities, and when you go to the health records internationally, you will see that the lifespan keeps reducing. As at last year, from the World Health Record, we see lifespan ranging on between 50-57 years old. You will not be seen as an old, successful person. It's really a very big concern for us. So many female mortalities rates going on and on. Cancer, endemic chronic diseases are the orders of the day. And under my career, we look at not just the symptoms of diseases that are ravaging the society. We are really concerned with the holistic health. There we are talking about the entirety of the body system, centering on the root causes. It's not just I'm having headache now. Why the headache? What could be causing the headache? Is it hunger? Is it stress? Is it high blood pressure? Is it so many things can cause it? So we are concerned about the root causes of these health issues. And then we look at the nutritional health. That's why I was interested in Dr. Stella's view, talk about the spices. In fact, we are so much blessed because looking at health critically in the times we are in, we can all believe and see that our health are just within our environment. We are like picking up our health, going back to nature, picking up our health, avoiding things that have really caused so much harm than good to our health. Things we eat, our lifestyles, our mindsets, our sleeping patterns, our not involving or indulging in real body movements, exercises. So many things we do day to day have been militating against our good health. And then we begin to look at each and every one of these. And when we also go through some, we come to see some of our clients or patients. When you go through their medical history, you can actually trace where the main problem of some of these illnesses are coming from. It's true that at times you can say that some of the health issues are hereditary, they are genetics. But medically today, as our today's health needs, we can actually take care of some of these health issues by also taking care of our health nutritionally, balancing the energy system. Thank God for the introduction of the energy medicine into our medical ethics in Abuja under the alternative medical department. The energy medicine is now there, where we also we are privileged to have all these energy equipment that take care of a whole lot of the body and mind health issues, where massage techniques come in, where the acupuncture knowledge comes in, where we reach out to different organs in the body through the acupoints, generating energy into the system through the channels and meridians of the body system, thereby effecting healing, effecting relief of pains and several other health issues. Then I can see that the international women ambassadors, I want to give a very good kudos to our able president who has brought this view that our women have a hope of survival. Nigerian citizens have a hope of survival into the wellness affairs of their lives. The wellness industry is not sleeping anymore. We're out to actually see how we tackle and they bring healing, soothing healing to the health of the society. And as we go on, I believe God that we will actually be doing good to this particular area. Thank you very much once again, and God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Ndidiamaka. Thank you so much. God bless you too. Please, online is Ambassador Rosemary. Ambassador Rosemary has a lot to tell us, but let's hear from here. Like I said, we're all professionals in our own way, different things. We've heard about two health professionals. Please, Ambassador Rosemary, tell us what you're bringing on board to this round table moving
Hello,
forward.
this is I'm so privileged to be in your midst, with all this wealth of knowledge and all. My name is Rosemary. I'm the PRO, a global PRO for Igbo Women Association, and I'm so privileged to have that position. I'm the CEO of Care Nova Global, and I'm going to list out some of the things that we do that is going to correspond what I'm going to be offering the Women Association in this time that will be there. So we're growing a group of business that sits across three pillars, which is business consulting, where we help organizations and individuals to grow with structure and strategy. And then we sit with events and travels, where we design experiences that connect our people across continents, and then global digitalization and transformation, which is where my main passion lies. Because if there's one thing I've learned in my almost 20 years of working across hospitals in Abuja, in UK, is that the woman who understands technology, the women who understands technology are the women who shape the next decade. So if we're all here and we haven't keyed in into technology yet, our life is about to change, because that's what I'm bringing in. I've taken upon myself to say that at least, even if it's 80% of the women that I come across with, even in this platform, we're going to learn everything that we need to learn about AI and digital transformation in this time. And I want as many of us as possible to key in when we have these trainings, or when we have all these things that we want to when people bring in to say we want to train this, want as many people as much people as possible to key in into that. All right, so some of the things that I do that I'll be bringing into the platform will be that there's something we call Sisters in Health Check. This is because I work with the NHS and I work as a business analyst, consulting with businesses across in the UK. I own a couple of agencies that do offer companionship to elderly here, and I working as I worked as a histopathologist, but right now I'm more focused with the business analyst side of things. So with the Sisters in Health Check, what we'll be offering is that, because health carries everything, and with our sisters on the platform here, we'll be having a safe and informal space where we talk about health issues, women in our community, what they're going through, menopause, blood pressure, mental well-being, and then how we navigate most of these things, even amongst ourselves, especially the menopause session, because we've carried out a research and we see that most women don't even know what the signs of menopause is, and especially our African women and Nigerian women, we just think, oh, when this sign comes and we're having this hot splash, what's it called, when you're having that heat that comes out, they think, oh, what God cannot do does not exist. But it's things that we can talk about and we know, okay, nothing is wrong with me, it's just because this is going on with me. And we're going to be doing one other thing I'm going to be offering as well is having some monthly productivity sections, where we ask what we're doing, what is going on, what we're doing, and what can we do about it to make it grow, to make our businesses or career grow and all. And then the main thing is, once a month, we're going to pick a task from the women in our community and write something about it, that AI, how they can actually make it work faster if they introduce AI into it, and introduce some AI or digital transformation that will make those things to actually grow, even in the health section, in the law section, in different sections. I'll be bringing in that into our community, and in the career section as well. Those that want to start working but they don't know how to do their CVs or personal statements or anything, when they ask, because we're going to be doing that, and ask us, says, what would you like in this place? And then with that, we can build up a platform to say, okay, these are the things that they need, and these are the things that we can teach them and help them to build that career that they want. By God's grace, these are some of the things I want to offer. And if given the privilege and the time for that, I would like to do that as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador Rosemary. Until Barrister Juliet comes back, Dr. Stella, I've actually I've actually engaged with you in so many ways. It's not just the little thing, the gist you gave us, this little tips you gave us. I know you have so much, including the farms back in Nigeria. There's this particular tea that you produce. I hope along the line we'll talk a bit about that tea. But now, please, I want you to use this opportunity also to tell us the benefits of going back. I call it back to the roots, because when I say back to the root, the thing that comes from the soil has so much benefits, and I know you are impacted on that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you're actually right. I'm glad we have a couple of our sisters that will dwell a little bit more on the health, because health is really interconnected. But
Yes.
let me come a little bit from the agricultural lens and cultural lens. One of the things that I'll be unique perspective I'll be bringing is looking at our cultural heritage crops. We
Yes.
are Igbos, and it is a shame that many of our children and grandchildren may not be able to see things like Odara, Ube, Meme, Oji. Oji and Osoji, and Osoji is alligator pepper, Oji is the
Yes.
kola. For the Igbos, kola nut is a spiritual crop. It's a
Yes.
spiritual plant. At weddings, at events, but how much of it are we growing? They become so expensive and almost out of reach. The same thing with Osoji. That means one alligator pepper now is almost 500 to 1,000 naira. One single kola nut is 1,000 naira when you went to the market to buy it. I'm looking at how do we bring back our cultural heritage crops. Why is it that Oba, which is our oil bean, is practically going extinct at a time when the science is showing that those things are powerfully beneficial, nutritionally beneficial? And
Yes.
we're looking at these heritage crops from also the perspective of the environment. Oba is going extinct because people are cutting it down, not just Oba, most of these heritage crops. They are
Yes.
being cut down for mansions to come up. They're
Yes.
being cut down for firewood. They're being cut down for coal. Yet erosion is dealing with us, because those are the big trees that are very deep rooted, that hold onto our soil to prevent erosion, that clean our air to reduce the impact of climate change. And yet we'll continue to cut these things down. And we are not replanting systematically. So I challenge Igbo women, I challenge our men, I challenge our institutions. What do we need to do to strategically and systematically bring back our heritage crops? For a lot of women back home, I myself included, when I was a kid, my grandmother, I would go out and pick Oba, or go pick snails, pick things from the bush, and arrow, which is mushroom. And my
Yes.
grandmother would sell those, and my school fees is paid, my school uniform is bought, my school books are bought. That is some of the things that drive the economy. That is why they call it cash crops. As long as we have those trees, the pears, the udara, women can be able to sell something and be able to get the resources that they need to take care of their family. That is not the case anymore. And we wonder why we're dealing with abject poverty and young kids are getting into vices that we didn't have before. We are losing our palm wine because we are not seriously growing ungo and unku.
Yes.
A lot of the farm fruits we have are so tall that there are even no young people back home to climb those trees to bring them down. In my farm in Abuja at the time, we had so much palm, and we were producing and bottling palm wine. That business died because the old man that was tapping the wine fell
Sorry,
ill, and we could
barrister.
not
Sorry,
find
doctor.
anyone to
Doctor,
tap those
sorry,
wine.
barrister, can you mute yourself, please? Barrister, can
Hello?
you mute yourself? Doctor, sorry about that. Barrister, can you mute? Go ahead, doctor. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so
doctor.
those are some of the conversations we'll be bringing into, we're going to be having. So we'll have a day or two, a session where we'll dwell more on this, our cultural heritage crops. How do we use agriculture for development? How do we present agriculture to actually become economic empowerment for our communities? In our culture, every woman had a backyard. My people call it a mbala, backyard garden, homestead garden. What is happening to that? Isn't it time we bring that back? One of the things driving diseases is what people are eating and what they are not eating. Things like oha, which is our rosewood leaves, that are very powerful, rich in iron, and have very medicinal properties, we are losing. I came to America, I saw bitter leaf capsule, and they say made in America. I started asking myself, since when did America start growing bitter leaf? So we need to get back to our roots and begin to look at the medicinal properties. We need to look at cash crop. There's a program we do in our farm. We call it Money Grows on Trees. Money grows on trees. Remember, when you're being wasteful, my grandmother would tell you, oh, Stella, stop being wasteful. Money doesn't grow on tree. And I'm like, oh, yes. Grandma, you lie. Money actually do grow on tree. And we're going to talk about how we're going to use economic trees as for economic empowerment, and how we can go beyond production to processing. A lot of our people are in the diaspora. How do we process and package our cultural heritage crops to actually make it a money maker? I'll give you an example. If you give a family, every family in your village, 2 or 3 plantain suckers, by the end of 1 year, they would have each produced 3 plantain heads of plantain, and would have gotten at least 15 more plantain suckers that are standing. And by the time everybody is producing, then who are they going to sell to? We need to begin to think of processing. Plantain flour is a big market now. It's a gluten-free flour that has many benefits, even for diabetics and people trying to lose weight, rich in iron and many benefits. And these are some ways we can generate economic empowerment in our community. Abacha, which is cassava flakes, is trending. Igbo salad is trending. Okwa is practically going extinct. Not only do we need to begin to discuss how we are going to use these things for economic empowerment, we need to also begin to look at the export potential, the processing and packaging potential, the value addition, and how we can even incorporate it into making food that would serve the global community. Igbo is rich. Igbo is rich. Igbo is in every part of the world. There's a saying, wherever you go and you didn't see an Igbo man, start running. That place is not habitable. So as Igbos go, so we can also begin to export our culture, export our entrepreneurial spirit, export, people are planting ugu and abacha and all those things, even in all the places where they live in. And that is one way we can celebrate our cultural heritage, not only in our food, but at some point, we're also going to talk about our health care. I went into Instagram today and somebody was talking about the health benefit of Ogiribo, how it is replacing bouillon cubes, and how people are deriving maximum health benefit from fermented Igbo foods and things like that. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Things like our scent leaf that we take for granted, things like lemongrass that we take for granted. So I'm going to be bringing, the perspective I'll be bringing is looking at these plants, and then also looking at what can we import from other places that we can bring into our climate that will also enhance economic empowerment for our people. So these are just a few from agricultural perspective. But then the other unique lens that I would like to also bring into the conversation is looking at women's health, looking at women's rights, inheritance right, the value of the girl child, domestic violence. How is this affecting our people? How is our culture driving certain norms? And how are we going to change some of these norms? How are we going to change some adage? You know, when we want to describe our people as a woman in a very derogatory form, we say, you know, so that is a woman that bends to pee, as if that makes you less of a human being because you're not standing up to pee. So I'm hoping that at some point we'll also bring our men into this round table as our guests so that we can engage with them and engage with our young people and see how we can have some cultural change. How do we bring up our male child versus our female child? Gender roles are cultural. They are learned. What do we need to unlearn and what do we need to relearn in order to have a more equitable and prosperous Igbo people? and of course, prosperous Nigerians and Nigerians in the diaspora and the world at large. There's so much that we bring to the table. And from Center for the Right to Health, the work I do in that area, we're also going to be looking at communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases, things like hepatitis. People do not realize that hepatitis is even more infectious than HIV, yet it is fully preventable by 3 doses of vaccine. What are we learning in that perspective? What are we learning about breastfeeding? What are we learning about our nutrition and the things that we can change and adapt? What are we learning about nature, immersing ourselves in nature and letting nature heal us in the cause or even prevent diseases in the first place? These are some of the experiences that I've had and that I'm still working with that I can bring in the conversation over time. And I invite you guys to please come on board with us. Look forward to this conversation weekly and join us, bring in your questions or topics you would like us to discuss. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, fantastic, Doc. Before I go over to Barrister, there are 2 things before I forget. Like the odara you mentioned with star apple, that's supposed to be my favorite fruit. Hardly do we get it here. But there's something I read recently that this soybean Oba that you're talking about, that there's a deceitful one in the market now. They get mango tree seeds.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they are using mango seeds.
Mango seeds, yes.
Yeah. Well, mango seed is actually edible. Mango seeds can be used to make mango butter, but to impersonate mango seeds as soba is actually not right because it doesn't have the same nutritional content as soba. But that's to tell you how much our oba is going extinct. And when they can't find mango seed, what else are they going to use? Why don't we bring back the original stuff? So there's a crisis, and we can turn it into into opportunity.
It was really worrisome to me. So please, let's bring on board Barrister Juliet. Barrister Juliet, sorry your service was you were out of service at a minute, but please, can you introduce yourself, reintroduce yourself, and tell us what you're bringing on board to us?
Okay. Good evening, viewers. Wherever you're watching from, I bring you warm greeting all the way from Nigeria. My name is Barrister Juliet Nwadi. I am a legal practitioner, although I am not in practice at the moment. By the grace of God, I'm a career civil servant. I work with the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment as an assistant director and the desk officer for bilateral labor agreement. I am in the unit of International Labor Migration Division. That is my unit. So what we do is all about migration. So what I will bring into this roundtable is everything everybody needs to know about labor migration, skill mobility pathways, orderly, irregular, and safe migration. These are the things that are trending right now. Migration is a right. A lot of Nigerians are not aware that migration is a right. People migrate illegally, which is what we discourage. We call it irregular migration because when we talk about illegal migration, we are kind of criminalizing migration. So that is why right now we talk about irregular migration instead of illegal migration. So that is what I'll be bringing to the table. I will give people, audience, members, the information and the education they need about migration. And also the empowerment, because we have some social partners that we're working with. And of course, in the course of migration, because migration is not all about migrating outside the country, it's also all about coming back. We all here are migrants. Some of us live outside the country, Some of us live outside our own states, respective states. So we are all migrants. Some of us are international migrants, some of us are national, some of us are local, some of us are regional migrants. So it is very important for all of us to understand what migration is all about, the ills of migration, the benefits of migration. And we have to also understand the other side of migration, which is all about reintegration. Because when people migrate out of the country and they come back to their country, because majority of the people go out there, they don't find life very easy and they want to come back to their country. Some people come back through deportation. Some people come back willingly because they can't afford to stay there any longer. Life is not what they expected. They want to come back. So, how do you bring these people back into the society? How do you reintegrate them back into the society? What kind of help can you offer to them so that when they come back, in as much as it may not be adequate enough, but at least you will help them start their life somewhere. So those are the things we'll be bringing to the table. We need to bring in the empowerment that some of our partners, because we have in my ministry, we have some partners that we're working with, partners who are working in the areas of migration, like the IOM, which is International Organization for Migration. We have ILO. Of course, these organizations are very familiar. I'm sure all of us are familiar with this organization. We have the German Development Corporation, which is the GIZ, that is German Embassy. So these are some of the partners we have that are bringing in some kind of empowerment to cushion the effect of those who, are maybe deported back to Nigeria, or those who came back willingly, or those who came back because of one reason or the other, just like what is happening in South Africa. I'm
Yeah.
sure that most of us are aware that we have about 500 people that have been, brought back to Nigeria from South Africa. So those people, what do we do for them? How do we reintegrate them back into the society? So we talk to people because in my ministry we have what we call migrant resource centers, and these centers, what we do there, it's basically counseling, because people walk into the center to ask for to get one information or the other, and we try to also counsel them, especially those who are would be migrant, those who are intending to migrate out of the country. That is for those who walk into the country. And of course, you know that a lot of people travel on their own.
Mhm.
Some people go there and they succeed in whatever that have taken them to that place. Some people go there, they don't succeed, and they will
Some
start
are
looking for
trafficked.
help.
Some are
They will-
trafficked too. Some are
Sorry,
trafficked. Some are trafficked too.
some are trafficked. Exactly. Some are trafficked also, just like what happened in Libya.
Libya, yes.
Maybe a lot of, because there was one training I went for, and I was making a presentation, and somebody came up to share his experience, from Libya. It was very pathetic. So these are the things we are trying to, counsel these people about. And it's not all about counseling them. You counsel them and you try to, offer some help to them, because some of them have skills,
Mhm.
so you can also intensify on what they brought into Nigeria, because majority of them also came in with skills from there. Because migration is all about win-win. You go out
Yeah.
there, you improve the economy of that country. You can also bring back your wealth of knowledge, so to the country. So majority of them bring in a back skills. So you try to place them where they can at least afford their daily bread and all that. So these are, what I intend to bring to the table and how it relates to our members,
Women.
the Igbo Women
Member.
Ambassadors, because
Okay.
we have to talk about migration. We
Yeah.
have to tell people what migration is all about. There is no discouragement when it comes to migration. Migration is good, but
Mhm.
migrate regularly. You need to
Yeah.
understand that there are so many pathways. You don't need to go endanger your life. You don't need to go do some, nasty things just because you want to migrate. So
Mhm.
these are the information that is lacking. that we need to make them understand so that they will migrate regularly and know that it is their right to migrate. And for those who are coming back, there's a place called home, which is Nigeria. You left your country, you have come back to your country, and you are being welcomed back to your country by maybe if we have some empowerment through our partners. We do a whole lot of training. We do vocational training for some of these people. For those who didn't come back with skill, we give them vocational training, maybe in the area of baking, digital sketching, microblading, and all that, tailoring and cooking and all that. We do also solar. We train them in solar. We also do ICT and all that. We also do, I forgot to tell you that I'm a certified ILO SIYB trainer. So we tell them about business and what they need to do. Because when you make some money or when you're being given money, how do you turn it around? What you need to do. The spirit of entrepreneurship, we also bring them to understand all this so that when they are being given that, when they get the basic training and they are being empowered, they will now become employers of labors as well. So these are the some of the things that we do. And again, like this also can benefit some of our members because when we do empowerment, we can also enroll some of our members or their family members, depending on what anybody wants, to benefit from some of those trainings and all that. So basically,
Okay.
that's what we do at the moment. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you so much, Barrister. Because of time, we're almost running out of time. Don't forget, everyone, you're still tuned to Igbo Women Ambassadors Roundtable. Let's just give ourselves five minutes to round up so that before we get cut up. Rosemary, please, Ambassador Rosemary. I know you even have a project that is coming up this August in Nigeria, and then more to come. We need to talk about these things and let our women, I know most of them are watching wherever they are, but let our women get involved also in whatever any of the members is doing. Can you please tell us exactly, give us a slight overview of what you're bringing to Nigeria this August and what is, I know it's a private thing that you intend to do this August, but there's also some kind of empowerment that will benefit our women. When I say our women, our children, both the boy child, the girl child, and our husbands, they're all involved in what we are doing as Igbo Women Ambassadors. Can you give us a little bit overview of what you're doing in this roundtable? Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself. You're muted.
Sorry. I'll try not to go too much in depth in what I'm coming to do, but I'm
Yes.
just going to give a general because I'm working with the digital health section because I did after my master's in digital health and working with the NHS here as a digital health officer. I'm coming to do in Nigeria is basically how to use AI to transform and increase productivity in workforce. How to involve digital health in our health sections, health sectors in Nigeria, and how to reduce most of the mortality rates because of all the things we are hearing within Nigeria. And one of the things I'm glad that has come out from this is some of the companies I'm involved with in Nigeria is trying to create. They'll send their staff to UK for an immersion program, a few of them to come and learn in the field. So with that, what I want to encourage our women, I know I will do 1 day or 2 days a free workshop, but if you want to really learn, there's so many things you can use AI and involve digitalization in and make incomes from it as well. There's so many things. It's not just about ChatGPT or any other thing, you know. There's so many things, even for the doctors, for the lawyers, for the business owners, different things. There's so many things you can use, and that's what I'm teaching people in. You know, keep researching on different ways that we can use this and to impact your business, to impact your career, to impact whatever it is that you're doing. And that's what I'm coming to train. So our women, those out, because I'll be in Abuja. If anybody wants to ask questions, say, oh, there's something I'm confused about, I want to learn this. It's only for those that are really interested in it, in what we're doing. And I have to ask you, what exactly do you want? What exactly do you think you need this AI transformation for in whatever field you want to add it in? And then we can build up a topic. So you're not just going to be one general, although we're going to do like a general training, but want to put it across to be something beneficial, even if you use one person as a case study to say, okay, so we use this to help this person that does this business as a chef or as a cleaner or as this, and this is what the business this AI transformation was able to do for them. So that's one thing that I'm coming to do, and I'm also offering that we can train some of the women in it as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Dr. Stella, please, can you give us your 5 minutes closing remarks?
Well, it's an ongoing conversation, but beyond the conversation, there are services we offer. From the perspective of Center for the Right to Health, we have hepatitis and HIV outreach. We have trainings on different topics. Or if you are having some human rights challenges in the course of healthcare, we can guide you on how you can get redress, at least get the services and support you need. And from the perspective of sustainable demonstration funds, I need you to know that we are available to provide support for any organization or individual that is interested in these seedlings that I've mentioned, our Igbo heritage seedlings and different seedlings. We produce over 60, 70 varieties of seedlings so that people can begin to take seriously and begin to plant. We support those that are not on ground to do their plantations. We also support churches, so you can donate to your church so that the church can landscape the churches. Like I remember one of the reasons I go to catechism in those days is so I can eat mangoes and guavas and cashews. I'm sure many of you can identify with that. We also help to landscape schools with fruit trees. We like to catch them young in schools. If you guys also remember the schools we went to that were founded by missionaries, they all had orchards, but today that is not the case. So we're encouraging people to donate so that we can, and I'm hoping that we also will collaborate with Igbo Women Ambassadors. As a matter of fact, the last time we had an event with Igbo, in collaboration with Igbo Women Ambassadors, we were able to give fruit tree seedlings to all the women that participated during the International Women's Day. Those are some of the, we also collaborated with Scripture Union West Africa to give fruit tree seedlings to women who had been internally displaced that are being resettled back into their communities. Those are serious empowerment programs that one can use fruit and food tree seedlings. And then we also have training on how to actually produce these seedlings. We have training on how you can do your backyard garden, how you can do container gardening, how you can do vertical gardening, how you can transform your home into a beautiful landscape. We call it edible landscape or Ediscape for short. And of course, we'll have a wide range of products. You can visit our website on sdfarms.store, sdfarms, one word, .store. You can view that from anywhere in the world, and in Nigeria, you will have over 40 arrays of processed and packaged products that are good for your wellness. We have trainings on how you can use the combination of products to promote your health, be it cancer, diabetes, blood pressure, whatever it is, your fertility issues, fibroids, anything it is. There is nature. There is a way nature can help you heal. So we do small group programming. We do one-on-one mentoring, coaching, and support. that will enable you live your best life in collaboration with nature. We talk with church groups and professional groups to be able to get this message across. And we are looking forward to partnering with health professionals and institutions to do clinical trials so that we can generate evidence, solid evidence on how our African food and African herbs are very useful in the healing process. So there's just a lot to learn, and I'm hoping the roundtables like this and collaborative opportunities will be a way for us to get the information out to help our people. There's money to be made in wellness. There's money to be made in agriculture. There's money to be made in environment. And talking about environment is one area we need to put serious emphasis on. Right
Yes.
now, Europe and America is burning. Tires are burning. People's slippers are burning because of climate change. How far would it get before we have the same challenge in our whole town? We're already having those challenges.
Yeah.
Floods are all over the place. Life in marine life are struggling. The lands are being poisoned, and all of this poisoning of the environment is contributing to the chronic diseases we are dealing with. If we don't get our food system right, if we don't get our environment right, we cannot begin to talk about getting our healthcare system right. And if our healthcare system is not right, economic development and other social development are also going to be stifled. So it is important that we have a interdisciplinary and collaborative efforts to get the word out, to learn as much as we can, co-invest to bring these realities to bring these challenges and turn them into opportunities. For example, the East we have serious erosion problem, yet bamboo, and there's a Chinese grass called Jankar grass. That grass can help with erosion. We have issues with headers. That grass can help with, providing fodder that can be used in raising our livestock so that we can reduce the challenges with headers. Mushroom is a powerful product that is used
Yes.
even in cleaning the environment, that is a powerful food, that is powerful in pharmaceutical and cosmetic industry. Yet we are not maximizing it. Our snail, a lot of people, while we are focused on the snail meat, there is a big economy on snail slime, on snail shell. And these are all economic opportunities that we can leverage. We are in such Africa, Nigeria particularly, is such a wealthy place, but our people may not have the information. Our government may not have the information that they need to really harness all of this. I'm hoping this forum will be an opportunity to highlight those so that even our sisters and brothers that are in the diaspora can do some investment and some aid support that is the gift that keeps giving, so we can all get out of poverty over time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Stella. Thank you so much. And Barrister, do you have any 1 minute, just 1 minute closing remarks for us? Barrister Juliet. You're muted. Unmute yourself. You're muted. You're muted. We still cannot hear you. Unmute. Good.
All right. So before I give my 1 minute closing remark, I think we should be very conscious of time, because if we are being given 5 minutes, we should make sure that we stick to 5 minutes so that we can run this show, time ourselves so that we don't bore the audience and we will get, we achieve what we intend to achieve. So the gospel is still the same thing, regular migration. I encourage us to, reach out to our members, reach out to women, reach out to our youth, the entire Nigeria, to preach the gospel. Migration it's real, is your right. It's something, it's good. It's something very unique. It's something you can do that will benefit your country of origin, country of transit, and country of destination. I will employ everyone to walk into our center. We have several centers in the country. We have our migrant resource centers in Lagos, which is at Ikoyi. We have in Benin, Edo State. We have two in Abuja. We have one bordering FCT and Nasarawa State. Then we have one in our ministry, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, and we have another one coming up at Enugu. We also have another one coming up at Kano and Katsina, respectively. So, like, we are also trying to. We also in my ministry we have 26 job centers. In these job centers too, you can get information concerning migration as well. So we encourage people to walk into the centers to get the right information, to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Because information is key. Knowledge is powerful. You need to know all these things so as to inform your decision, to make the right decision. So that is the way, forward. And we also run what we call pre-departure orientation seminar. So for those who are traveling out, we try to,
Barrister, your
examine.
1 minute is up.
Yes, I don't want to take just 1 minute
Your
because
1 minute
everybody's
is
going
up.
more than 1 minute. So why do I have to speak from?
No, your 1 minute is up
Okay,
because
all
you
right.
call the
So
attention to it, so you
thank you
can make
very
a
much.
man break it.
Thank you very much. We are still testing. We are testing. We are
Yeah, yeah,
testing.
it's a test run, but we're live. We are live on national, so it's a test run, all right, but we're live. So that's let's leave this whatever we have to talk. We have so much. Please mute yourself because once you're muted, it's distorting the others. This is yeah. We have so much to discuss because it's a weekly thing. The round table is a weekly thing. We have to be doing it, and we have more people, men, like Dr. Stella said. Some men professionals can come and give us their ideas on what they have that will benefit us. Some of our members also from US, and I know there's a few in US that has interest, but we cannot all crowd the whole studio the same time. So until next week Saturday, Sunday, it should be a weekly thing until next week Sunday. Today was like a crash program. Next week, everybody will come and know everybody will come as a package with whatever they have to offer us. And then we'll take it up again as the roundtable continues. On this note, I must say, everybody, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Dr. Stella Iwagu, for being here. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Barrister Juliet. Unfortunately, Barrister Dr. Ndidiamaka has left us. I think her service was bad or something. She joined us from River State, Port Harcourt. So I must say, everybody, thank you so much and good night.
Igbo women ambassadors. Igbo women ambassadors.